Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel today. Today we are back after a while, and today we're going to be talking transfer news about Wrexham AFC. We're on the 30th of January, so we've only got 2 more days left of the January transfer window, and Wrexham are yet to make a signing. But a load of names have been rumoured in the past 24 hours, and one player is in advanced talks to sign for Wrexham. Today is going to be a bumper transfer video, and if you want to see more of these on the channel, if you want to see more Wrexham AFC content, this is the place to be. Make sure to get down there and click the red subscribe button. We're on the road to 21,000 subscribers. I've got 8 pages today of players that we've been linked with. We're going to be analysing them. Would they be a good fit for Wrexham? How much could we possibly be looking at signing these players for? And ultimately, which of these players should we be signing or not? So the first player we're going to be talking about is Stephen Humphries. Now in the past, I'd say 3 or 4 days, news broke from Team Talk that Wrexham AFC had shown interest and put a bid in for Wigan Athletic striker Stephen Humphries, but it's all gone a bit quiet since then. Something still could happen. He's out of contract in the summer at Wigan Athletic, and it doesn't seem as if he will be signing a new deal at the Latics. So could this be an opportunity for Wigan to cash in on Stephen Humphries and get a good transfer fee? Because like I said, they're not going to want to lose him for free in the summer, and if they get a good reasonable bid late on in this January transfer window, then there's definitely a chance that he could leave Wigan Athletic. Now a bit about Stephen Humphries. Now he has a lot of experience under his belt, playing for the likes of Shrewsbury, Scunthorpe, Hearts, and most recently of course Wigan Athletic. Now since signing for Wigan, he has got 17 goals and assists in 66 games, and he's proved to add more to the team than just goals and assists. Now looking at Stephen Humphries' stats, 4 of his goals have come from in the box and 3 have come outside, so he's definitely got an eye for goal. He can score goals. We've seen it previously in his career. He scored goals for, Hearts on loan last year. He's done it for Scunthorpe. He's done it for Wigan Athletic. He's a renowned goal scoring striker, and he's been around. We've seen him at the Racehorse Ground earlier this season in the Carabao Cup. He put a penalty away in the penalty shootout, and he looked a really good striker in that game. Some were saying he was the best player in that game. They seem to be sort of getting on the right path again, and they won't be wanting to lose their key striker in this stage of the season. But logistically, if you're looking at it, would they want to get the money in for Stephen Humphries now? If Wrexham were in this situation and we had like a bid of around £400,000 come in for a striker, I'd rather get 400k in than let him go on a free at the end of the year. So it's not like we would be signing Stephen Humphries blindly. We can see on Google the stats are there. He's a good performing striker. He knows where the back of the net is. Now looking at Stephen Humphries' playing style now, you look at his height, his physique, you'd expect him to be a good hold-up target striker, but he is the complete opposite. A lot of you are probably surprised by looking at the pictures of Stephen Humphries now. Humphries has got pace going forward with the ball. He's quick, he's sharp, and I think playing up front, Humphries needs a partner alongside him to get the best out of him, and I think he could perform a good partnership with Paul Mullin, for example. Last season at Wigan Athletic, he was deployed as a central striker, but later on, Hearts of Midlothian signed him on loan, and they were playing him on the left wing where he did impress. So he's versatile. I know Wrexham don't play wingers, but that shows a lot about the player Humphries is. He's versatile, he's quick going forward with the ball. Could this be something that we need? A lot of Wrexham fans are shouting for an injection of pace in our front line, and Humphries, he could be the man to do that. This is definitely the case of never judge a book by its cover by looking at Stephen Humphries' physique. He is a very, very good striker. Like I said, he's quick, carrying the ball forward. He can score goals, but, he can bully up. He can rough defences up. We saw it against Man United in the FA Cup. He's got that side to him about him where, he gets a bit rough at times, and he can do the complete opposite as well. He's got a lot to his game, and I think he would be a good addition to our squad going forward. And if we're looking at a fee for Stephen Humphries, I'd probably think we're looking at about 350, 400,000. Although Humphries' contract does run out at the end of the season, we're not going to get him for like pennies like some fans might expect. It's going to require a big transfer fee. Do I think this will happen? No. Now, this news broke out 4 days ago and it's gone quiet ever since, and we've only got 48 hours left of the transfer deadline, and with news breaking that Wrexham AFC have got another striker lined up that we are set to go all out for the end of the January transfer window, I think Stephen Humphries to Wrexham will not happen. And the next player we're going to be talking about is Luke Bolton. Now, doing these notes a couple of nights ago, Luke Bolton was just a rumour amongst Wrexham AFC, but news has broken in the past hours. He is in advanced talks to sign for Wrexham AFC from Salford City, and what is expected to be probably a club record transfer fee. Now, originally in my notes I had here down that Salford City rejected a bid for Luke Bolton of Salford City, the right winger slash right wing back. This has changed. Wrexham have reportedly had a bid accepted for Bolton, and it looks like he will become our first signing of the transfer deadline. To say I'm happy with this signing is an understatement. This is a really promising signing, 24 years old. We're going to be talking all about Luke Bolton in the coming moments of this video, but briefly, he's 24. He's got an injection of pace down that right hand side. He can offer a hell of a lot, and he's impressed thoroughly for Salford City over the past couple of seasons. Now, this season, Luke Bolton has been an instrumental part of Salford City's campaign so far, similarly to the previous season as well. Someone who would not have an issue slotting perfectly into that right wing back role. Now, we're going to be looking at Luke Bolton's stats so far for Salford City. This season, they are something that will really get you excited about. 77 crosses made, 31 key passes, 40 dribbles. And if we're looking at last season's stats, 135 crosses, 48 key passes, 137 dribbles, and also not to forget his 10 assists and 6 goals. So this just seems as if Luke Bolton could be a really, really promising addition when it comes to attacking wise, creating chances, getting those crosses in the box. I think this could be a signing that not many people expected us to be going in for. You know, Luke Bolton is a right winger, but we know the system Wrexham play. I think Luke Bolton could definitely add that competition for Ryan Barnett. A lot of fans are thinking that he'll replace Ryan Barnett, but for me, I think it's just for competition, and I think it'll allow Ford to maybe drop back into a more squad rotation play and take sort of not the pressure off Anthony Ford, but allow him to be more of a free play. You know, if we need him to play left wing back, right wing back, we know he's versatile on both sides, so that could maybe decrease the pressure off Ford and of course increase the quality and competition on that right wing back slot for Bolton and Ryan Barnett. So yeah, like I said, he looks very, very similar to Ryan Barnett in terms of what we're planning on doing. Of course, Parkinson signed Barnett as a right winger from Solihull Moors, and then he slotted back into that right wing back role with no issue at all. I think this will definitely be the case with Luke Bolton as well. I think it does help that Bolton at Manchester City was a right back, so there'll be no issue there at all. You know, this is a signing that I'm more than happy with, because if the rumours are true that we're looking to offload Liam McAlinden and McFadzean, whether it be in the transfer window now in January or at the end of this season, then of course that's 2 wing backs gone, and you know, Bolton coming in is a great addition to sort of not fill the void of them leaving, but you know, it's that right wing back spot. We've got 3 good quality players now that can easily play in that right wing back spot in League 2. We've got Mendy, McLean, McFadzean, McAlinden at this moment in time at left wing back spot. So we're definitely not short of players on either wing back role. Now, like I said, this is going to be one of the toughest players to possibly get out of this list in the transfer window. Salford City, a rival in our league, they're not going to let him go for cheap. You know, he's valued a lot at Salford City. You know, he's loved by the fans. He's regarded as their best player. So yeah, this is going to be a hefty transfer fee. We're probably talking of above, I'd say, maybe 400,000, close to $500,000, but it's worth it. He's 24 years old, room to improve. He's shown his qualities at the minute. This is going to be one hell of a signing if we get it across the line. So the next player we're going to be talking about is very, very interesting now. Since, like Luke Bolton, there's been an update on this transfer, but we're going to be talking about the Welsh forward Aaron Collins. Now, originally, news broke out from Bristol Rovers journalist Dan Hargreaves that Aaron Collins had attracted interest from Wrexham AFC, having been left out of their squad on Saturday in League One against Oxford United. This excited me, this got me really excited, but since then my excitement's gone down a slight bit from news saying that Wrexham AFC have pulled out of the race to sign Aaron Collins, and it looks as if Bolton Wanderers are going to go all out to get his services, which is bitterly disappointing, because if you don't already, Aaron Collins is an incredible striker, and we'd have been able to have got Collins in this transfer window. I think it would have probably been one of our best signings we've ever seen, definitely one of the best in my lifetime. Now, a bit about Aaron Collins. Now, if you're an avid FM player and a Welshman, you'll know all about Aaron Collins. Now, he's a name that I am very, very familiar with, a name that I've signed multiple times on Football Manager, and of course, being Welsh, us Welsh fans, you know, look out for the next upcoming talents and, you know, the good Welsh players that were on form in the EFL and the Welsh leagues. But Aaron Collins last year, 27 goals and assists to his name, And not to forget, he won League One Player of the Year. So this would be an extraordinary signing in the January transfer window, but it doesn't look as if this is going to happen. Bolton Wanderers, they're going all out for him. They've already had a bid rejected, and reporter Peter O'Rourke has said that Wrexham AFC aren't in the running to get Aaron Collins, which is disappointing. But if something miraculously changes, of course, in his spell at the Gas, we've seen him really excel, featuring 118 times, scoring 34 goals and assisting 23, proving to be a key player in their promotion to League One a couple of seasons ago. Now, Bristol Rovers have really got the best out of Aaron Collins, and of course he's massively been successful at his spell there. There were rumours last summer that he could have been going to Stoke for around £10 million, so an exit from Bristol Rovers looks imminent for Aaron Collins. And reading a report that has been made by journalist Sam Frost last year, it sounds like Collins has all the attributes to be a top player. Now, Frost described Collins as having all the tools: electric pace, rare athleticism, quality in both feet, natural creative flair, and what has been improved is robustness, ruthlessness and intelligence required to lead the line. Do I have to really say more than that? It's really promising words on the type of player Collins is. I believe he's 26 years old, so he's still got at least another 10-12 years playing. And you know, the words that I love from this scout report of Aaron Collins is electric pace and ruthlessness, two things that we could sort of do with at the minute in our front line. Electric pace, we've been crying out for a player that has a bit of pace up front. Of course, we're limited to really Paul Mullin, I'd say, that has pace up front at this moment in time. So adding someone there will give that injection of pace, you know, offer something different up top, would not go amiss at all, and I'm sure would put smiles on every Wrexham fan's faces going into the end of the January transfer window. But like I said, Bolton lead the race to sign Aaron Collins. They've put a bid in, they've had it rejected, they'll most likely go again. And if Wrexham don't agree with the valuation that Bristol Rovers have put on Aaron Collins, then of course we're not going to go in for him. It will probably be about £800 to £1 million. So yeah, if we've got that money to spend in January, then fair enough. But of a player of Aaron Collins' quality, I would say £1 million is worth it. And you might think I'm silly, ridiculous saying this point, but I genuinely do think he is worth the money. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below, would you be happy seeing Aaron Collins sign for Wrexham? But at this moment in time, it doesn't look like we're going to go back in for the Welsh striker. As much as it pains me to say that, I don't think we're going to get Aaron Collins, but if he does end up staying at Bristol Rovers, we could definitely look about going in for him in the summer, maybe, if they're still willing to offload Collins. But of course, there'll be increased competition come the summer. So the final target that we're going to be talking on is the player that Wrexham apparently are interested in the most, and that is Jack Marriott. Now, according to the Football Insider and Peter O'Rourke, again another news journalist, reporting a lot on Wrexham AFC in this transfer window, Wrexham are preparing a move for Fleetwood Town striker Jack Marriott. Two other League One clubs, Stevenage and Oxford United, are interested in securing his services. So again, it's not going to be easy. We're going to be in a transfer battle. You know, two League One clubs in Oxford and Stevenage that are fighting for promotion. I'm sure if Marriott's looking at this, he'll be looking at Stevenage, he'll be looking at Oxford United more, because there's a chance one of those two teams could be playing in the Championship next year. So again, we're going to be in for a battle. Now, a small Jack Marriott profile. He's a 29-year-old striker, of course, plays for League One side Fleetwood Town, where he scored 5 goals in 24 games. Now, aside from his spell at Fleetwood Town, he's been at the likes of Derby County, Peterborough, Luton Town, all spells where he's been massively successful, all spells where he has scored goals. In the past 2 seasons, he scored 26 in 81. I'm sure, you know, a lot of people agree, hasn't hit the heights that he's known to have hit previously. You know, like I said, Peterborough United, 27 goals in 44 games. He's more than capable of being your top scorer in a season. Fleetwood Town have not got the best out of Jack Marriott, and a lot of people are saying that he wants to leave the club, and he's been eager to leave the club the past couple of months. So a move away from Fleetwood is definitely possible, and Marriott could be a player that would be easy to get, because of course he wants to leave Fleetwood Town. You know, I'm sure he'll be sold to the project of Wrexham AFC more than staying at Fleetwood Town, who look like they're going to get relegated this year. And I genuinely do think an ambitious move could definitely benefit Jack Marriott and could definitely get the most out of him once again, like he has done for Derby County, Peterborough and Luton. Of course, you know, they're all big teams that have probably pushed that faith into him. You know, good teams that have probably had a good squad chemistry. They're working together well as a group, and I'm sure we definitely have got that at Wrexham AFC. And you know, I think a good group could definitely do Marriott the world of good in terms of confidence, get him back scoring goals, and of course getting the best out of him. Now, Jack Marriott is definitely the complete opposite of what we currently do have in our attacking area of the pitch at Wrexham AFC. Now, Jack Marriott, his height 5'7", and of course his attributes are that he's got a good eye for goal and he is quick. Now, this is definitely something that we have been wanting as Wrexham AFC fans the past couple of weeks. We've non-stop got the results that we need, but when you look at our front line and our front two in games, you just do think that there could be something else added, and that is speed, and of course that is someone to match the work rate of Paul Mullin, and I think Jack Marriott could definitely be that player. He's ruthless in front of goal. He can score goals. We know that. He's got good speed, which means, of course, we could hopefully get a good work rate out of him per 90 minutes. So it's not hard to see that he's got the quality. You know, it's about unlocking that quality once again and get him doing it for Wrexham AFC in a Wrexham shirt to help prove to be a good key player in our run to promotion to League One. The quality's there. It's about if we can get that quality out of him once again. And like I said, there's no better man to get the best quality out of a player than Phil Parkinson. Like I said, Fleetwood fans have been saying that he's been wanting out for a long while, and hopefully he'll be hungry to succeed at another club, and hopefully that club is a Wrexham AFC. Now, you've got to ask the question, when boosting our quality up front in this January transfer window, we've been linked with the likes of Johnson, Clark-Harris, Stephen Humphreys, Aaron Collins. Would you be slightly underwhelmed if we are to bring in Jack Marriott out of all the names we've been linked with? For me, I would not be underwhelmed at all. I'd be slightly underwhelmed if we were signing a striker from the National League who's had one good season, but Jack Marriott, he's consistently scored goals wherever he's been in his career. He's done it at the highest leagues in English football, the Championship, of course. He's bagged for Peterborough United. He's done it in League One multiple times. So we're signing a striker that A, has got quality and experience and can score goals, B, can add something different, something that we've been wanting in this transfer window, which is speed, good work rate, and of course slightly offload the work rate of Paul Mullin and, match the work rate of Paul Mullin up front. He's small, so he's going to be dynamic. He's going to be quick going forward with the ball, and of course, if he's got a good eye for goal, that's all we want in a striker. And C, he's going to be easier to get, and I'm sure we won't have to overpay for him because he's been wanting to leave Fleetwood Town apparently for the last couple of weeks. So we could hopefully get him for a good fee and a reasonable fee. So this ticks all the boxes for me. I think he'd definitely be a good striker. He's 29, so he's not like he's a 34, 35-year-old striker. He's still got a couple of years left in him. So hopefully we can get the best out of him if advanced talks do happen and we're able to get him signed pen to paper. So yeah, it looks to be a busy end to the January transfer window for Wrexham AFC. For me, I think two players will be arriving on deadline day, Luke Bolton and Jack Marriott. If you think differently, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd definitely be surprised if there was another player added to the list. But yeah, I'm happy with what we've got at the minute. I think yesterday at Blackburn was a prime example why we do need to bring in another striker. And hopefully Phil Parkinson has got that striker on his radar, ready to pounce upon. So yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like. Let me know in the comment section down below one player you want to see signed before the end of the transfer window, and of course like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in another video. Take care guys, up the town.